Hello and welcome to the first episode of me teaching my neighbor Jamie how to trade. He's living with me in this building here in Bangkok, Thailand, and approached me and asked him if I could teach him how to trade. Of course, Jamie is just a proxy for everyone out there eager and willing to learn how to trade. And yeah, that is our first set point. And what are the requirements? I have one video already uploaded where I linked a basic futures course of Tasty Trades to learn just the tickers, the tick value, margin requirements, and so on. So you're just basic and set what are futures and what we are even doing here. And here's a word of caution, because today I approached Jamie and I asked him, did you see the first video? And he was telling me yes, and I asked him, did you do the basic course? And he did not know what I was talking about. And that was the first lesson to Jamie. Everything I say is important, and you really have to do the stuff I'm telling to be successful in the end if you want to learn from me. So, requirement 1, video 1, Tasty Trades basic course to understand what are futures and what are we even trading here. Okay, and from that point on, we're jumping into our trading software and we analyze our charts with Tradingview. Tradingview is my tool to go. I advise anyone to also use it. There's a free version, there are some subscription bases, and yeah, it all depends on what you really need, and that will become clear in your phase advancing as a trader. Okay, here on Tradingview we have our charts ready. We will be focusing on the indices, Nasdaq and the S&P 500, and yeah. So to actually do some paper trades and get all the things moving and going, you need to buy the data package of the CME, and that you can do via the Tradingview homepage. You go on the homepage, under products you have market data, and here in the market data you type in CME, and then you find the CME group, CBOT, COMEX, NYMEX, E-mini inclusive for $7 per month. And otherwise you only have delayed data and you cannot really work with that. So you buy this and then you are good to go in your Tradingview analyzer software, and here you can log in to paper trading, and then actually set trades. Right now the market is closed, so I cannot really do anything here. Order rejected. Okay, so we have Tradingview. The first really important point is use clean chart overlays. Don't overload it, don't make like too many text and everything, especially if you want feedback from me. If you post a screenshot of your chart, it has to be readable, otherwise I will not give you feedback. And then of course you can like open many different outlays here in the top corner and just adjust them as needed. For example, here I have a different layout. This one I use sometimes at day, the light one I use at night. However, like switch it around. Sometimes you just want something different for your eyes, and in general just keep it clean, nice and clean. Okay, then we have different indicators with which we enhance our view on the price. We will be talking in depth about those different indicators later, not now. We make just a little quick introduction. The most important indicator is FX4M. FX4M gives us the best intraday trading layout by dividing the previous day in this previous day high, the 50%, and the previous day low. You can access indicators here in the top indicator FX4M. Then you have here FX4M by FX4 Living. click on it, and then you have it on your chart. Then you can customize all the charts or all the indicators by clicking on the symbol here, and you have many things to adjust. For example, you have like a table which is on, you can have different timings on your chart, blah blah blah. I will just slowly scroll from the top to the bottom, so if you want to have it like me, like first screenshot, second screenshot, third, and I take the table off. Besides this indicator, we will use the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. There's an update, give it to me. Okay, then we have a news indicator. This is just like a little tool, because I advise you to definitely check multiple financial calendars before approaching a trading day, because sometimes one calendar is missing something or whatever. Just double check to be sure, because you don't want to get hit by an unknown event. For example, but here this indicator only updates after the weekend, because here is like the past week, and after Monday the market open, you can see the new updated news from Forex Factory. Then what's also important, the NVOG indicator I like a lot. Also up here, NVOG and VOG. Where's our boy Kryptonite? Here. Okay, NVOG Kryptonite. This is the one I'm using. So what does this indicator do? NVOG stands for new week opening gap, or NDOG stands for new day opening gap. It's just as the name implies, when the week or the day, whatever, opens up and you have a gap in price, this gap gets displayed on your chart, because a gap often acts as a magnet to price, because it wants to get rebalanced or whatever the situation might be. Here you can also make your adjustments, how many previous week gaps you want to see, how many daily gaps you want to see, and so forth. Here I'm a bit more fluid. I'm going to change it up every now and then, but the most important thing I would say is like have your previous 4 new week opening gaps on your chart, and because the weekly open is very often a strong price point. And after that, we have the kill zone and pivots indicator. This one is also one I very much like. Just as the name here is, ICT kill zone and pivots, put it up in your search bar and put it on. Boom, from Trade for Op. Here you can also do many adjustments, but as you can see on my chart, definitely make it clean, because when you load it fresh, you have everywhere labels inside the boxes, on top, below, everywhere, and it's just too much for the chart and adds noise. What is important about this indicator is just showing you previous sessions, like the Asia session, the London session, the New York session. You can adjust those sessions, you can put in your own timings whatsoever. How I use it is, I have the Asia session, I have the London session, and I have the initial balance, which is the first hour of the New York AM session. You will find many different approaches to those times. Don't get too confused. You can work with this approach very good, because for example Asia session encapsulates 4 hours, London session encapsulates here 4 hours, and the New York AM session I just let, for me, display the initial balance. The initial balance is a huge factor in trading, but this will come in the further videos. Then of course you can show the pivots. Pivots means like the high and lows of the sessions, and if those pivot points are intact or have already been swept, you can check the box stop once mitigated. Poop. And then you have, as already outlined, many different things you can just try out for yourself. Then I let me display it, the daily open, weekly open, monthly open, because that are important price points. Then here you can adjust many different opening prices, and that's it for this indicator. Then you have the volume bars here on the bottom, and you have the moving average ribbon, which I use as 921.50, and the moving average ribbon, as the name says, displays line encapsulating, for example, the last 9 candles, 21 candles, 50 candles, and displays this average as a line. And this just helps you identify the trend, and more of it in the coming videos. Then I have a different layout. Let's see where I have it. Here. This is on another monitor to my left. Let's open the NASDAQ. At the moment, I have this chart displayed in Heiken Ashi candles. They are just a little bit more trend-based. And to the left, I have a higher time frame chart. To the right, I have most of the times a lower time frame chart. And here I have 2 different volume profiles. On the lower time frame chart to the right, I have the daily volume profile, like volume profile of the session, and this just displays from the daily open the volume profile here on the left side with a point of control where the most volume has been traded. And here you can just the previous day, the day before, blah blah. And then to the left side, the higher time frame chart, I have the volume profile of the week. Here you can choose like PVP, and then I have chosen the weekly time frame. It's just in German, but I translate for you. And then sometimes I take a glimpse to the left side, look how the volume profile is developing, how the price is acting, and goodbye, go back to the left monitor. So then one important fact is adjust your chart, please, 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 to the New York time frame, as we are trading a New York based asset. And the most important times, all the news and so on are just the New York time frame, and this will help prevent any misunderstandings between us. And for example, if you send me again a screenshot of your chart and the timings are off, I cannot locate where you've actually traded. And I'm always talking about New York time frame, whatever I'm talking about, and so we're just on the same page. Very important. Okay, I'm just going to summarize quickly for myself and then see if I want to add something to it. So we talked about the first requirements of doing the basic futures course of Tasty Trades. I will link this futures course again here in the description of the video. Then I talked about our analyzing tool, which is Tradingview. Boom. I explained how you can access in Tradingview the real market data, so you can trade on a paper trade demo account and get those repetitions in, and train your order placement, your risk management, and just get a feeling for the market to then in the future trade with real capital or with prop firms. Then I told you how to adjust your charts, make them clean, make them look good, and adjust your time frame, how you can make multiple layouts to the top, and then we talked about the important indicators, which are the volume indicator, the profile indicators I've shown on the other charts, the moving average, the sessions indicator, that's wrong, the gap indicator, the VWAP, the FX4M, and yeah, that's it. And of course my chart does not look like this all the time. We will be talking about the approaches and everything, as already said in all the different coming videos, but just not that you think like my chart looks like this. It's more like, okay, the volume is most of the time is on, and this. So most of the time my chart is more like this in the framework, and then maybe the moving averages. And other indicators, you turn them off as needed, turn them on and off as needed. For example, with the NDOC, you look like, okay, what gaps are in close proximity. Yeah, and then you already know, okay, here I have my daily open in this gap. And then, for example, you want to get a glimpse on the sessions again. Okay, because I also don't have the sessions on all the time. Damn, this was a beautiful IB trade, no? I don't know. No. Okay. Okay, I think that's it to get everything right for the upcoming lessons. First, of course, we need to know our tools, know what we are working with, and then we can go into the price action. And yeah, the coming sessions will be about price action, how to interpret and identify trends, how to identify like an accumulation and ranges, and that's it. So get your charts right, do the basic course, and then tune in to the next video, hopefully well prepared with a clean chart and a ready mind. Peace.